Alright, this is April 4th, 2023. It's still going on. Harassment being followed. Guess what? And this is a little... Okay. I took my client through Burger King. It had to be one of the cars that usually follow. There was a guy with an Italian accent. After what they did, I wouldn't be interested in saying a word to her. We're going to say, you're sorry? You know what it reminded me of? Michael. Yeah. From 2 years ago. Called. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hi, darling. Woman in the background. It's funny, she doesn't know what's going on. And then they put her on mute. And I'm like, So when is this? Got some information. Turned it in. I'd be surprised if he's actually allowed it back in the United States. You want to brag to people and try to show proof you have connections to a terrorist? Figured he was lying, but just in case. You know what I mean. Okay. Pumpkin. Now, we're going to talk. We're going to talk big time. So, you know, I went back, took my client home, walked out to get some stuff. It's like, so, I said, Michael, are you that big of a dumbass? You fell for this? Did the March 2nd to the 3rd, 21, 8 to 10:30 at night. They're going to put two clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her, it's them. Don't worry about her. And then March 13, 21, people pretending to be FBI, get back Altman Hospital, lie to Dr. Alan and Tina's, that weird Eric stalking me, and calls a nurse, and the security calls me name. I reported him. And I go over Mercy Medical. Another lady shows up. No man was ever to touch her. I'm in diplomatic immunity for working this case. Nurse comes in laughing. The only thing that they had you on was adjusting yourself. The guy said, that's it. She said, no, it's actually really funny. She just simply wiped off some water with clothes on. That's all she did. They didn't have anything else. He said, that's sick. She said, no, it's really funny. Walked off laughing. She had no word with herself, no touching wrong, no exposing, no nothing. Then people started saying, you're weird with yourself. It's like, ew, you're weird with yours. Want to be a mean 12-year-old? That's disgusting. 80% of women probably are not weird with herself. It's a guy thing. They're hardwired to be little horn dogs. Not being weird. But seriously, women aren't like that. So then there's like, you touched yourself, you exposed yourself, you touch yourself, look like you're weird. I'm like, ew, made my stomach bleed. I almost died to save my family. You did something like that. And they kept saying stuff. And I'm thinking, well, it's clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her, it's them. What would you be doing? And it's like, when you put my hand on somebody else's body, I'm not weird with myself. You can Photoshop anything. And they kept saying it. And then I'm like, well, if you touch yourself, you expose yourself, you're taking your underwear off. Okay? You can touch yourself, look where you could be putting like yeast infection cream on, feminine cream. Or is that showering? Because you're undressing and then you're washing. You're washing, right? Showering. My apartment's booked. I walk outside, they're laughing. She figured out what they did. Ha 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 ha. May 12th, 22, Bubba's Restaurant, 6'8" men. Yelling at them driving by. We've told those boys, none of this is funny. We found a tape of them emitting a shower scene in the other room. May 26, 22. My phone's tapped. KFC. Shower scene in the other room was done on purpose to make it look weird with yourself. At the Oakland apartment on Cleveland Avenue. They called him December 9, 21, 4 p.m. All the tapes were drugged and photoshopped. All the tapes before with them and not her. And it's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here. See if someone will stop them. Same day, white man bald with dark eyes distributing food at the Stark County Hunger Task Force. December 9, 21. There's only 4 or 5 volunteers. He actually was one of my guards. They came out and said, we always knew the tapes before were them and not her, so we never said a word. Hey, in Photoshop. My one client on Shepherd Church Road, her next door neighbor at the White House that was into it, they told her in March last year everything was directed and photoshopped and made up on me. She's talked to several people. They've all talked to the Canton Police and investigators. January 1922, Department of Disability, they told them at 11 o'clock in the morning I was drugged and told to say stuff before. February 2nd, 22, Burlington Coat Factory, I was drugged and told to say stuff before. And that was a fiasco day. People ran and Save a Lot out of their houses on 6th Street. It was terrible. March 24, 22, 1130, you framed her before? Yeah, we framed her before. Shame on you. I know, I wish we wouldn't have done it. Those people even raped her. And then the May 12th and the May 26th of the shower scene in the other room. November 24, 21, Maslin officer, in uniform comes in Altman Stat Care emergency room, 8:40 a.m. in there with my client. He said, I'm here to watch her. There's a Steve and Eric stalking her. And we don't know who they are yet. And it's finally got funny after everything they did. Nothing's admissible. No, it's not. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life, and they have to speak to everyone before they start. The Fourth Amendment. People's places and homes will be safe and secure. No searches, no seizures without probable cause warranted with an oath or affirmation. They have to let you know, give you your Miranda rights of what they're looking into so you can lawyer up and have a legal defense. So, to actually watch you in your home, its police and agencies can only be in a home under threat of life, and they have to speak to everyone before they start its abuse and misconduct unless illegal search and seizure. Trust me, the mafia hides behind the Constitution that's endowed over every citizen. You try to tell one of those mafia lords that the FBI can kick in their door and watch them. Huh? They can break in and date rape drug them. Tell them to say something stupid. And they can steal everything they have. You try to tell them that. They can't go in their homes. They can't set up cameras and watch them. They definitely can't drug them. That's criminal behavior. Huh? They can't let some weird guy named Eric or Steve break in and rape you and brag that they're the ones leaving bruises all over you and assault you and vandalize your property. You try to tell some mafia lord that they could do that. See what'll happen to you. Don't be close to me. See, the Constitution even protects them. That they have a right to be safe and secure in their own home. They have a right to remain quiet and a right to an attorney. See, they lied to them that everybody that had a corner would be in my house, where they kicked in my door, vandalized me. They had a right to date, rape, drug me, tell me, say something stupid, human traffic me to that weird Steve. They didn't have a right to do any of that. Not at all. That's highly criminal behavior. Now, up there, they made comments. We know he thinks it's funny killing people. Okay. They said, weirdest comment, and this isn't going to be exact, but it's basically the same gist. He said the greatest hunt is hunting a human being. There's no greater thrill than killing one. And we know he thinks it's funny trying to kill people. They said they're grabbing people just to kill them. And the guy that's having them do this is a serial killer. By January 19, they're talking around me about it. You should be able to find it. However, I swear I leave Dave. But yeah, like the police, June 7th, my client on Turquoise Street. I split love across that way. They said, don't say anything to her. We already know the tapes before were them and not her. And we're looking for who actually did it. They already knew. November 18, 22, Walmart 62. Eric, the one stalker that they've been looking for, comes in and says, all the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to say it, my idea to do it, for all these people to turn on. And they actually fell for it. Well, if it was just you, I could even take care of it. I know it's that bad, they still fell for it. November 24th, 22, the nurse to the lady, a Canton officer, we all heard that Eric make fun of us for falling for this. Nobody should say a word to her again. And the officer's like, well, you know, the agent that bullied her in the sand, she was lying when she wasn't. And nobody's actually said anything bad about her before. It's actually that bad. My whole family spoke highly of me. They caught Mel's kids because she was friends with Michelle, the agent's kid. Telling the kids to lie. Okay? And on Thanksgiving 18, the house wasn't meant for Grandma. It was meant for Auntie Shaw and Papa, and Grandma needs to get out. And then later on to Flora for we're making everything up. They're documenting me games of pretend, and she was just showing off for the agent's kids. And they knew it was in police protective custody. They knew they were getting taped. That's why the police came out and said, Melissa's so stupid. She made everything up when you were fishing with Dave. She knew she was being watched. She was just being a show. October 5th, 21, Huntington Bank in front of my one client on Cleveland Avenue. I don't want Melissa getting no money out of this. That's okay. They knew they made everything up. They didn't want anybody to help her. The police call it documented, meaning games to pretend. Flora ratted them out October 23rd, 2019. Of course, it never happened. Of course, it wasn't true. We made it up. They were games of pretend. Sitting there laughing in front of a bunch of adult sick jokes. I would have spanked her if she was my child. And made her apologize. You have to teach them integrity. I was found innocent of everything at 18. And they told Dave March 1st to 15 of 19, 8 to 10:30 at night, illegally bugged house. It's just a real life case of how to get away with murder. She'll realize it. There you go. Better think. People are disappearing. People are dying. And these people run around like jackasses, making fun of them. For what reason? It's like they know better. You know better. You know that nobody can be in your home. You know better than that. It took teenagers March 24th, 23 by the nail polish in the other aisles around it. You have the right to remain quiet. Well, yeah, we at least know you have that. You have a lot more, honey. Well, that would stop them from being in your home before. They're making it up that they had a right to do this. Yeah. Officer Reinhardt in Louisville, even the FBI couldn't be in your home outside a protected light case with statements you don't realize how illegal it is. And so did the Portage County Sheriff's. It's illegal to be in somebody's home. It's entrapment. And they can't look or listen. I gotta go.